Hi, everybody. Welcome to Be My Valentine. Today is February 2nd, and the topic today is How old are you? Do you feel offended when someone asks you how old are you if it's a potential date? It usually happens with women, right? And why do women feel offended when men ask for their age? It's because they don't want to give details. They feel is a way of them measuring probably how wise they are, or probably guessing how their body is going to be once when they are undressed, right? So some women have issues with telling their age, and some women usually don't have it when they're younger, but then when they're older they don't want to tell their age because that will probably be a factor that will determine if they get hired or not for a specific position, right? So people who is in the spotlight, they kind of try to hide it, right? But what happened with regular people? Well, how can we make ourselves look younger? Well, hair color. You can see I'm wearing a gray hair today, and this is an actual gray wig. So there was a trend like 2 3 years ago where women were coloring their hair gray. It's actually longer than that because I remember I did it. So I bought this box of hair color, and it was like a light blue. So I put it on, right? And it looks white hair like the one I have on my wig. And I just felt like old, it was shocking once when I saw my hair. And I had long hair, back then. But what happened was that the color was dull, it wasn't shiny. So just looking at myself in the mirror like that, it was shocking. Usually when you do color changes that are very drastic, it's shocking to see yourself how you change. So either too light or too dark, or when the color turns in a way that we didn't expect it, like probably green, and it's not how we intended it to be. We wanted like a light brown, and it just didn't happen, right? So the texture of your brain is what is going to determine the outcome of the color, and also how long you leave it on, and depends on how much your the real hair can take. If you have dark hair, it needs to be treated for a longer period of time. But if you have thick hair, the hair can resist more of whatever it is that you do. If it's perm, color, or making it sleek, making it different colors, because when you do different colors and you have to work like one by one, and then you start your processes, right, working and try not to get it mixed, because then it's a mess and it's not gonna look pretty. Especially when people come to you, they come with the magazine, beautiful person in a magazine, and they want that. And it might take up to 4 or 5 hours. When we do color changes and where highlights are involved, you're gonna be at the salon for 4 or 5 hours, and sometimes your significant one is not going to believe that you've been there the whole time, but it is true. It takes that long. So I've been at the salon myself, and I have done hair for people, and it takes that long many times. So that is women, right? So women who are on the spotlight, once when they get past 50, even past 40, they don't want to say their age. And there is other women that even past 30, they don't want to say it, right? So what happens when a woman feels comfortable telling their age is when she usually gets the feedback that, oh, but you look younger, or I cannot believe that you have a son or a daughter this age. You don't even look like that old, you don't even look that age yourself. That's when people want to compliment you. But the gaps, under your eyes, like right here, or the wrinkles on the side of your eyes, the marks that get formed in here, this part of the forehead. And that is people who worries a lot. And then these lines right here, so I read facials, and these lines, right, the lines right here, they are indicators of someone successful. So when you have successes in life, you're gonna have lines that are marked And we tend to think it's because people smiles a lot or laughs a lot. I am a person that laughs a lot and smiles a lot. And but they're not supposed to be deep because of it. It depends on your skin. So like me, I have a fat face. Like you can see my side of the face is fat, right? And there's people who has a skinny face and their body can be bigger, but they have a skinny face. So it's amazing when I look at people who are big in their body and they have a skinny face. So I look at the person and I'm thinking, she's not supposed to be fat, or he's not supposed to be fat, because I see like also their arms, the part right here that is like, if it's very thin, then I'm thinking they're not supposed to be fat. You know, they don't even have big arms like it's big in here. So I'm thinking, well, I don't know, you know, like it kind of doesn't correspond. So how do you feel when you meet someone that is kind of a mismatch? You're wondering, uh, they're not supposed to be fat, or what, their face is so skinny and their body is fat, or the opposite, you know, they have a skinny body and a fat face. How does that make you feel, and is that something that can potentially make you think it over if you were planning to go out with them? And how the men feel about when women ask their age, right? Many times has been said that men mature later than women. So back in the day, you know, our culture used to promote that women will marry or have a relationship or kids with an older man, because then he's gonna be more responsible, right? And I think over the generations that has been changing, where now you don't see many marriages. It's most of it people who live together for a while, then they decide they don't like each other and they, you know, go separate ways. Also because in United States is enforced the child support, so men don't like it, and I understand that. So that's, you know, funny topic within how old are you, and not even going there. But so how do men feel when women ask how old are you? Well, many times we want to know, because depending how old are you can possibly be an indicator of how many marriages you had, or how many kids you have, or if you have grandkids. So if you have grandkids, you're gonna be a busy grandpa. And if the woman don't like to deal with your grandkids, or having to raise little ones when they come over and visit, or when they fight, or if she doesn't feel like she wants to take care of your own kids, you know, or if she finds out your family is difficult and you are not the favorite one, or they don't like you, it's going to be an issue, right? Because you're not going to have much connection with the family. So what is important for a woman, it depends how her childhood was. So don't feel offended if anyone ask you how old are you. At the beginning, when we're not sure that we like you, we're kind of trying to find uh, an excuse why we don't like you, right? So if we don't like you, we're gonna say, well, he's too old or he's too young. But when we like you, even if you have gray hair, we're gonna say, it's okay. I can do his hair. I can do her color. I can take him to a nice salon. If you have yellow teeth, then we're gonna say, well, I'm gonna buy him the white strips, and he's gonna look better. And if you are fat, we're gonna say, well, I'm gonna help him exercise. I'm gonna make sure that I prepare delicious meals that are healthy, so he can get skinnier, and I know he can do it, right? Or I'm gonna tell him that we're gonna go together to the gym, and since he seems to be so happy around me, I think he will go. And so if we like you, we think we can fix you. You know, we think in many ways in which we can teach you how to dress, what cologne to pick, what kind of shoes to wear, what kind of car to drive, what hour to wake up, what kind of job you deserve. We will encourage you to move if we don't like what you do, and we will tell you that you deserve more, right? So women's intuition and way of looking up to men, we can lift up your self-esteem very quick. So in which way we can drop it? When we date someone else, right? Apparently you were the super man and now we're dating another one, you know. And when you look at him, if you're comparing yourself, you're either gonna think, well, he probably has money, or I cannot believe she's able to pick that one up, right? Because you even think he's cuter than you, or he's attractive, or you wish you had that kind of body, or the car he drives, or the shoes he's wearing, or the company that he has, or whatever it is that he does for business, right? Or maybe you wish you were him because the ex he has, she's very attractive. So you're wondering. So that's how we drop your security. That's how we drop your ego by dating someone else. There is nothing more painful to a man that the woman that they love when she dates someone else and she seems happy, right? That's when you want to jump in. That's when you want to confuse her. That's when you want to tell her, well, but I miss you. Is he helping you with this or that? Because if not, I can help you. Just let me know he's not there and I'll come over. I don't want to have an issue, right? So macho ego and male ego is it's very interesting, the behaviors of men when they want the lady, even though she might be dating someone else, or keeping her doors open, and it's common for people who dates on sites that you will go to the date, and she will say, well, I do like you, but I'm still dating, right? I'm not sure who am I gonna pick, right? So I am still deciding. So if it's okay with you, I'm gonna keep on looking, right? So if you really like her, you kind of want to feel disappointed, you will probably feel disappointed. But if you like her a lot, then you will find a way to get her, to be creative, and to get around what the excuses that she's giving you, just to work around the excuses she's giving you. So how creative can you be? Well, what type of woman is she? What does she like? What does she enjoy? Is she athletic? Does she likes to run or go to the gym? Is she a cooker? Does she likes to cook? Okay, I didn't mean cougar or something else. I know words are confusing. So, can she cook? Is she a good chef? And what kind of food does she likes? What kind of food does she enjoys? And how does she move? Normally when she's walking. And what are the expressions that she does with her face that you like? And which ones are the ones that you dislike? And what do you miss about her when she's not around? And how are you letting her know that you miss a specific aspect of who she is? And or do you really tell her how you feel, or are you kind of used to lying just to get what you want, just to get a temporary uh, pleasure, and then you lie to the woman, and you lie to the next one, and you lie to the next one, right? So those are like common behaviors. I remember not too long ago, I was mad at my ex, and I told my son, I just don't like him anymore. I'm not gonna uh, hang with him or have him around or anything. I just, feel like I'm bored. I need a new relationship. And he says, Mom, relationships change it. My older son told me, he said, when a man wants to get a woman, he's gonna be charming. He's gonna be sweet until he gets what he wants, and then he's not gonna be so charming. He's not gonna be so sweet because he already got what he wanted, and then he's gonna be more relaxed. He's not gonna be on her constantly. And I thought, that is like disappointing, and it happens to us a lot. And even my son, being 22 years old at the time, he said that. He says, I mean, I'm sorry, it's hard to tell you, but that's how we are. He says, when we are going after a woman that we like, he says, we're very sweet and charming at the beginning, right? Because we want something. And once when we get it, then we're not that interested anymore. We don't feel like we need to be charming or that nice because we already tasted what we wanted. So now we don't need it that often, Now we want to keep our options open. And I thought, wow, that's cool. So, I mean, women can be cold too, women can be butterflies that are jumping here and there. And without you noticing, like a woman can be smarter than you to hide anything. anything that she wants to hide. Like uh, she can talk to you like, no, nothing happened, and you will believe it because she's a good woman, according to your eyes. But she doesn't want to hurt you, and what happens with women is that uh, when we fall in love or are interested in someone is because we admire the person or we feel attracted to their body, like it's a physical attraction. And when we cheat is more when we are in love. We don't cheat because we just want to be close to someone that we like their body a lot. It's common that you feel attraction, but it's more common that once when you're in love is when you're willing to cheating, when you think of the person a lot and you miss them and you want to see them and you can wait for the following day for you to get whatever they are. This is work, office, business, club, whatever it is that you are normally seeing them, even if they're not paying much attention to you. You can wait, for the following day, and you make an effort to look nice. You make an effort to um, sound nice, if he hears from you or if he ever notices you. We're silly too. We're silly. Like we want to be proper. We want to be nice. If it's a woman who tends to curse, she's gonna try not to curse. She's gonna be careful how she dresses. She might be analyzing what kind of man you are, or maybe watching what you comment about another woman, and she's gonna try to be the one that you like. She's gonna try to do maybe the opposite of what she is, just so you can like her, because she has been hearing that what you like is the opposite behavior of what she is, but she's not gonna show you that, right? She wants to get close to you. So there are many techniques that men and women use to uh, get closer to the other one, right? So how old are you? Well, it might be attractive or unattractive for the other person, but I know that once when we really like you, it doesn't really matter how old you are, as long as you can deal with us and the people around us, and you can support what we do, and you can be one of our fans. If you support what we do, it's attractive. It's like we like you. You're cute, you are kind, and if you don't support what we do or the way we dress, or if you don't compliment when we do hair changes, call it hair color, call it haircut. And I know many times men don't notice that, but we see, women can cry easily, and sometimes we're so silly, we'll be crying for stupid stuff. And and also when she puts makeup on, or when she has a new dress that didn't used to fit her, and you probably don't remember she wore it 3 years ago for her birthday, and you went to a special dinner and you took pictures and you told her she was beautiful, but the next time she wears it you don't even remember, or you don't remember her birthday. And and that could be an issue where women can fight. I feel that many times women fight for issues that are not so important. We make war out of detail instead of really working on the big issues to improve our relationships. I feel like many times we behave like children. We want to have the attention, we want to be loved, we want to be special all the time. We want to feel special, and sometimes you have other people that you want to feel special, but we don't like that. We want to be special all the time. So it's tough. It's tough to deal with women. For us, it's also tough to deal with you, because we don't understand you either, and sometimes we understand you and we cannot believe that you do what you do, even though we tell you it bothers us, and you keep on doing it, or you kind of hide. And what I don't like about when I see couples, or when I see married couples, I see that the man is very suppressed. He's not allowed to express anything because she will be mad, or he probably will be sleeping outside the bedroom because she's mad at him. She doesn't want him close. So many times men don't say what they feel, They don't like on social media, they don't like a post or a picture, because then the significant one or someone they might like might feel offended or might feel hurt, you know. So many times men are disempowered because they're not able to show their feelings, right? So, and then when someone dies or a situation happens where it's tough and they act like nothing happened, you know, it's gonna get over, it's gonna get resolved either way, or it's gonna change, or they know the normal process of what is done when in a situation like that. You're surprised that they are tough, you know, that they are, it's almost like they don't have feelings. But many times we train them not to have feelings because they're not allowed, right? And it happens with sex. Like sometimes the men wants it and you say no, no, not today. You didn't help me, so no, I'm tired. Or no, not right now. You know, I have a headache, or I don't feel good. I didn't sleep good. I'm tired. Um, I don't like how you smell, or I want to rest. You know, we have many excuses. So many times when you want it, we don't want it. And then when we want it, you kind of want to, you know, grasp us because we deny you so much. So what happens when we need more than the normal dose and you don't have it because we keep on suppressing you, right? You don't feel like you need to work on your uh, performance because we're always deny it. It's like we don't need it, you know. It's like you have a container of performance that is kind of small and you want to offer it, but we keep on saying no. And then when we want a big container, it's not available because you keep on throwing the small, you know, empty. You keep on throwing it and it's empty. And now when we want more, then you don't have it, right? It's our fault. It's our fault because then we think we want someone who desires us. We want someone who admires us. We want someone who is ready for us. And that's why sometimes infidelities happen, you know, because we don't know that we need to work with you and love you and understand you and work on fulfilling your needs as well as ours, but to do it in a way where it's not so much of our way most of the time, you know, when it's your way sometimes too. And I know the women that don't deny men pleasure, they feel more hurt when they are cheated on, when they are left for another one, when the man dies, or when they don't get the will of what he had, because she feels that she never denied if you ask it, you know? So it's tough. I mean, relationships are tough. Our experiences with relationships are sometimes very complex, you know. I remember I used to go to the club dancing before I was pregnant with Alex. This is like after my divorce. I started going to dance after like 3 years of the divorce. And I remember that young men will come to me and they will ask me to dance, and I will say, no, you are too young. And I remember one time, one of the guys, he was younger, he says, you know how life is? He says, life is like a fish tank. You know, sometimes you get a small fish and sometimes you get a big fish. He says, that's how age is. You know, sometimes you get someone who is young and sometimes you get someone who is older. And I say, yes, but I don't feel comfortable. He says, I'm not asking you to do anything else. I just ask you to dance. And I said, okay, that's fine. I wanted to learn. So when I wanted to learn, I will dance with almost everybody that will ask me, you know, unless they were drunk or they were falling, or if they were smoking, I didn't like the smoke, then I wouldn't. But most of the guys I danced with because I wanted to learn. I was learning how to dance and I didn't know. So I thought they would teach me. And when someone asked me to dance and I didn't feel convinced that I wanted to say yes, I'll just say just one song, okay? And they'll say, yeah, no problem. And then there were some guys that turned out to be really good dancers and they were very kind. And then I'll feel like I want to dance more. And then I'll say, if you want, we can dance more. And they will tell me, no, you say only one song, right? So they will drop me right there because they were used to girls being mean, and they were used to girls to tell them, no, I don't want to dance with you, you know? So they kind of wanted to give us that feeling too, like they can have their bow tie and they can have their ego tight, and it's not when we want it, it's when they want it to. So behaviors is just interesting how it happens. And I think was interesting the way he pointed to me. The life is like a fish tank, and sometimes you get a small one, and sometimes you get a bigger one or a big one, and I feel that's how happens with age. Sometimes you get a young person, and sometimes you get an older person, and I think you can learn from both aspects. And but what do you prefer? What are you going for? Do you like a certain behavior on a person? Do you like that they don't depend on you so much, or do you want someone who depends on you for everything? Do you like that? Is that something that attracts you? And how do you feel about age differences when dating? Do you have a preference, or was there an experience that you were so amazed that you want to revive, even though it might not be something that is going to be um, accepted or seen in your favor, and maybe you're going to have issues, but you still want to risk it? And what was it? What was the experience? And well, those will be experiences you will probably go for. And I know with men, if they are shown interest from a woman, they don't forget. They can still come after you even years later, years 4, 5, 6, 10. Like, men don't forget. If they know there is a possibility anywhere, they're always gonna keep it in their mind. Men don't forget. Those are memories that they always keep. If they have someone available, or someone every show that they like them, soon as they divorce, they're gonna go and try to find the person, even if she's married, just to get that feeling. Men feel a lot of need for reaffirmation, to know that they're good enough. Even if they're going for a different woman, they still want the person that used to like them to tell them again that they were cute, or what they liked about him back then. They want to know. It's reassurance. They want to come back and ask the woman, well, why did you like me back then? I'm sorry I didn't choose you. It's just I didn't see you were the best one. For me, you were the best option. I actually didn't realize because I was younger. And when that happens and I get that kind of approach, I say, no, I wasn't the best one. You would have choose me if I was the best one. And then the man will say, well, what did you like about me? I say, well, I tell you were cute. I tell you had a nice body. I tell you were very kind. You were like educated. I love the way you dress. And that will usually leave the man really happy. But I say, but I'm not interested in seeing you again. I just want to let that clear. And that usually ends the phone call, but men do keep it. And I'm amazed to see, I have a guy that I met probably 11 years ago, I want to say. And he follows me on Facebook. He randomly sends me text messages or calls me, but he's just like a kid. He just wants that. He wants the reassurance. So last time I was really mad at him, and I said, you know what, don't call me anymore. So I blocked him all my platforms, and I just don't understand. He just wants to know that I thought he was handsome, and that he was worth it. And I keep on telling him that there is no doubt about it. It's just, I'm not interested in you anymore. And it's been a long time. I don't understand why you keep calling me, why you keep on trying to find out what I liked about you. I said, you had everything. You were young, you were handsome, you were a good dancer, you were educated, you dressed nice. It's just you had too many options, and that's what happened. And I understood that. I saw that you had many options, so that didn't bother me. I thought, you deserve it, and that's it. I'm not obsessed with you. I don't resent not being able to have a relationship with you. We're just friends, and we used to talk about our exes. And then, but he has this like obsession with me. Well, I like you. I like you. He keeps on telling me. I say, yes, but you have two kids. You have a wife. I don't know if they're married, but whatever. To me, it's the same thing. They have a life together. I say, no, you need to take care of your kids. Don't even spend your time talking to me. Like, your kids need you. Like, Like, grow up is basically what I tell him. Like, grow up, you're just behaving like a little kid. All you want is attention, and I'm not gonna give it to you. So many times, ladies, it's all they want, attention. If you want to give it to them, they will keep on calling you. And if you don't want to give it to them, then you have to cut the thread. Be like, are you crazy? Like, this is so many years ago. I'm not interested, whatever. Like, that's it. That's it. So, how old are you? How do you behave? Do you behave older? Do you behave younger? Do you look younger or older? And why? I find out that usually people who are the firstborn age quicker. And the reason is because they have to take care of the younger siblings and also the parents. Soon as the parents become ill, they are the ones taking charge of the situation. And also because they're older, they are the ones that first realize the real issues that are happening with the parents. They hear the conversations and they understand, or they are the ones who are consulted about any situation that might be affecting the relationship, or any situation that might be affecting the economy or change of residency or problems. So usually older siblings tend to age quicker, and they are very short fuse, very responsible. It's kind of like they become parents so young, even if they don't have children, they already know what to do. They already know what to advise to you. They want to kind of make you a shortcut, but sometimes we don't want to hear it, right? So I find out that siblings that are the last ones in the family tree, those are the ones that are more like children. They're playful, they don't worry as much, they find solutions, they feel they can do it, they feel empowered because they have always been supported, they have been taken care of. So it's a different relationship, and I feel that's what happened with my marriage. My husband was the oldest of the siblings, and I was almost a baby. So I saw a difference in how we view the world, how we view situations, how we view solutions. To me, there weren't big issues. It was easy, and I will tell him what's happening. I'll be laughing about it, and he'll be mad. He'll say, "Why are you laughing? This is so serious." You get kind of your that answer. And then situations will be where we needed to be in charge of his parents and all the kids, and we were so young. Like, I was only 20 when I married him, so to me it was like we were dealing with grandpa issues. And when I divorced him, my life changed because I didn't have to deal with grandpa issues anymore. So I felt like, after a while, I started feeling younger and looking younger just because of that, because I didn't have to deal with that. It was just like a mother and son, because I have my older son who was like 7 or 8 when I got divorced. Eventually, when I stopped crying after 3 years, I started, going out dancing and meeting people, and just doing things for myself, playing the music that I love, and not having to ask someone, do you like it or should I turn it off? And just wearing what I feel like it without someone telling me I don't like those shoes, or why are you wearing that? We're supposed to dress formal today. Why are you wearing casual? Like, or were you were supposed to dress like that when you go out with me? Why are you dressing like that when you're going alone? Right. So I didn't have any of those restrictions. So what happened is that that created more happiness in my life. I started to enjoy life in a way that I had not experienced before because I was free. And freedom is a beautiful advantage, it's a beautiful allowance, it's a beautiful right, and an opportunity to have, freedom for you to do what you please, what you desire, and but also to be responsible of your actions, because now you have to deal with the consequences alone. And potentially people who might want to help you won't help you if you're being irresponsible, if they can tell you, better, that's not right, or that's not the way you do things. There is always people in our life who kind of pull us back to what is right. And as much as it's hard doing the right thing, it's many times the most beneficial. And You can try to do the wrong thing, or you can try to be innovative, and you can try to change ways. And we all have the right for that. It's just, are you brave enough to deal with the consequences? Because they will come. They will come, and but the world needs us to be brave. The world needs us to be willing. And once when we're willing to take responsibility, then we're able to make changes in our lives. Sometimes people is not gonna see the potential in you, so you need to be brave and let yourself experience life how you want to be, and also dip your toe into a pool that you might want to try, you know, and see if that's beneficial for you. Maybe people don't see opportunities the way you see them. So sometimes we're gonna behave old, sometimes we're gonna behave young, and sometimes we're gonna look like that, you know. If a woman has no makeup, she's gonna look older. If she hasn't colored her roots or the part of her hair that is white, then you kind of want to guess her real age. But if she has her hair, you know, colored, and this also happens for men. It's so funny when I'm working at the restaurant and we have performers, and I know that they're older, you know, but they color their hair, they dye their eyebrows, and sometimes it's a lot of paints, like makeup, you know, like it even looks like they're painting themselves in a mural, you know. It's like this liquid paint that they put on. I don't know where they get that from, you know, but it's funny to see. They don't want their eyebrows to look white, and they're putting this like paste on it to make them look black. And when you look from afar, it's fine, but once when you look closer, it's so funny, you know. It's funny how they do their eyebrows. It's funny how they do their hair, or when they wear wigs. You know, when men start getting older, they lose their hair, and then their mustache and their beard turns white. The part in here, this part of the hair starts turning white. And I think white hair is also attractive, you know, just um, different points of view. Like I'm telling you, if we like the man, we're gonna like him even if he has white hair, or parts of his hair white. If we don't like him, we're gonna say he's fat, he's old, he's immature. We don't like his smell. We don't like his family. We don't like his occupation. We don't like his car. He's not funny. He's not entertaining. We don't like him, right? We have many excuses why we don't like him. But if we like the man, we want to make him over. You know, we want to find every solution. And we seriously think we can do it until reality gets us, and we can see how much we really improve. And if you really improve the man soon enough, he's gonna feel like now he deserves someone better than you, because now he's the spotlight. So be careful, because I done that too. I done that too, you know, bringing men to the spotlight, and then they feel like now they deserve someone better than me because they're attractive now. So, I mean, it's hard to measure how much do you do, but I believe that people that are good at that, when you're able to help someone see themselves as bright and see themselves as deserving, you're making them a favor, even if they don't end up with you. It's okay, you know. Ultimately, whoever you deserve will come, and if you're able to do that for people, then it's just blessings, you know. Your blessings might not be having a relationship or having the relationship that you want right now, or the one you desire, but will eventually happen. And if that doesn't happen, then God will send you opportunities for you to enjoy your life, you know, even without that stable relationship. There's many ways of enjoying a relationship, and it doesn't have to be tight. It doesn't have to be controlling. It can be only when you're happy, you know. And it's probably the healthiest way, because if you're always fighting, if you want to keep each other um, control to a point where they cannot go so far, or you're checking their location on your GPS, or you're checking their cell phone to see who they're talking, or you're checking their social media to see who they're commenting on. I feel like many times we spend too much of our time just double checking on people. And if anything, it's for you to know it'll eventually come to you. I trust, and whatever it is that I need to know, it's uncovered. You know, eventually someone tells you. Eventually you realize. Eventually you find something. I don't think it's worth to lose your time and lose your brain over searching. You know, when the man isn't faithful, you can already feel and feel it. And I know many times we want to become detectives and go after him, but I don't think it's worth it. You know, if you already suspect it, just talk to him, and you don't have to go crazy about it. It's easy to find, and you will find out. I love you. Thank you for watching. I'm sorry it went kind of long. I'll see you tomorrow.